In the current environment, lots of people are having to get used to working from home for the first time. They're also having to get used to new ways of working, so using products like Zoom, Skype, Microsoft Teams perhaps. And for a lot of people, this is a new way of working. Well, I've been using a lot of these products for quite a long time. I also work from home full time and have done for quite a while. And I'm also a bit of a headset geek, so I'm always interested in how good the audio quality on calls is. Now, video is also important as well. But of course, the fact is that if people can't hear what you're saying and you can't hear them, that's quite a big issue. So I thought I'd make this video to try out a number of different products which people use and show you what I normally use when I'm working from home, and you can actually see how that sounds. So let's make a start with the most common type of products which most people would have used perhaps in the old days when you were working in an office if you're using some of these products. So this is a headset. This is quite a good quality headset. This is a Plantronics E725. Well, that exact model isn't made anymore, but there are lots which are similar. So one of the big things about a good quality headset is that it's noise cancelling. And that's important for the people listening to you rather than you, because what it means is that the microphones will cancel out any background noise. So if you're working in a noisy environment, especially in office, of course, like in the old days, or particularly at home if you have children, or lots of noise in the background, that noise won't go through to the conference call that you're on. This one also has extra features, so it's got a little remote control, so there's a mute button, a hang up, begin end calls button, and a volume up down button. And if it's a certified headset for the application you're using, the mute button will actually mute the application that you're using. So it's got lots of features. It's a very good quality device, and the audio is really good on this type of device. So this audio is being recorded on the device which I normally use when I'm working from home, which is a speakerphone. So this particular one is a Sennheiser SP30T speakerphone. It's quite a good quality one. Now the audio is not at the quality as it is with a headset, but it's not too bad. Important to mention that it does depend on your environment, your acoustics in the room. So if you're in a kitchen with lots of hard surfaces, it may not be very good. Also, of course, it will pack up background noise, but the great thing is that the audio is okay, I can hear okay, people can hear me, but also I don't have headphones on my head all day, which I think really will get a bit wearing if you've got a lot of calls. Also, of course, if there's more than one of you, these devices work okay if you're in that situation, which is probably less likely, but it might be in a social situation for using something like Zoom for a quiz night or something like that. So this device is quite good. This particular one, it'll cover a meeting room of about 8 people. So one of the things I like about it is that I can actually use it from the other side of my study. I can walk around and so on, and it'll still pick me up okay. So this audio is being recorded with me standing up at my sit-stand desk. So it might sound slightly different because the acoustics are a bit different, but you can also sound what it's like if I'm on the other side of the room. Here I'm standing about 4 meters from the desk, but you can still hear me okay, which is not bad. So it means that I can walk around the office while I'm on a conference call, which, especially if it's a long one, means that I'm not sitting for hours and hours and hours. So this is being recorded with earbuds. Now these earbuds are actually specifically designed for use in a unified communications application. So this is the Jabra Evolve 65T. So that means the microphones are designed to be used for communication, so they should be a bit higher quality. The audio is not too bad. They will pick up background noise, so they don't have the noise cancelling sophistication of a headset, but they're not too bad. Personally, I don't find them that comfortable to use for a long period of time. I generally only use them when I'm out and about and traveling. I wouldn't normally use them from working from home, but it's another alternative, and this is what they sound like. So of course headsets come in all shapes and sizes. This is the Sennheiser MB660. As you can see, it's a Bluetooth headset. There's no cable, but also there's no boom. So it uses 2 microphones in each of the 2 ears and tries to send a beam to where my mouth is. So the audio in this is pretty good. It's very, very high quality audio. It's also noise cancelling. So if you use it on an aircraft, you don't hear the background noise when we used to travel like in the old days. So again, it's a very good quality device, quite expensive. I'm not sure if I particularly like having something this big on my head all day, but it's yet another option. So this is quite a handy device, very popular if you're traveling or out and about. This is the Plantronics Voyager 5200. Comes in a little case as well, which works as a charging stand too. So it's actually quite handy that the charging stand will actually give you battery life for a decent day's work. So if you put it in there between calls, it'll continue to work fine. The audio's okay, it's not too bad, and it's another alternative, very lightweight. Wouldn't necessarily use it in the office, but it's not bad. And finally, here's another option. So this is not a unified communications product. So this is a Beecaster podcasting microphone. So as you can see, I'm talking very close to this. So one of the things is that the distance you speak away from it will make quite a big difference. Now this is really used for recording, and one of the problems with using this in a communications environment is that unlike a speakerphone like the Sennheiser, you might get echo. So if you're not talking but somebody else is, you might get an echo going back through. Now one of the problems with that is you won't notice that, but everyone else on the call will do. So you need to be a bit careful, but theoretically you should really use headphones when using something like this. But in theory, this should probably give the best quality audio of all of them. So see for yourself, or hear for yourself, how you think it compares. And finally, this is just recorded with the built-in microphone in my MacBook. So what do you think about how the different options worked? Well, you need to listen for yourself. And you probably need to try, if you've got a number of devices at home, then try them out. Record a video using something like QuickTime or Windows Recorder or an audio, and see how it actually works for you in your environment, in your room. Try and get some background noise as well that's realistic, because then you can actually tell what it's like in real life. But audio is important. It's important that people can hear you and that you can hear people properly. So let's see if we can improve how that works.